Hey y'all, I'll give it a minute for you guys to join me. It's been a fun day here. Woo! My husband, my life mate, the bearded one, called me and woke me up. I was up all night organizing my room, but he called me, and the pipes froze in our house up in Pennsylvania, and plus his car wouldn't start, and he had to take it to the shop and all kinds of fun things. So this morning has been running around putting out fires. But hopefully we don't have any actual fires today, because we have some crazy things in the workshop today. Hi Sonia. I didn't see you say anything, and it, as always on YouTube, poofed. But I did kind of the unforgivable. I cut a limb. I did this on purpose. It's a test limb, but still it kind of, it's something. I keep checking my, if you wonder why I'm doing this, I'm checking to make sure I didn't miss any comments. So we are going to, you can see I got a nice split on both sides. I was playing with the X-Acto knife. I cut the little flange off. I'll use that for some other experiment sometimes. But I'm going to be sciencing, so how scary is that? To try and do some vinyl repair 2 different ways. I also thought that I would start off by checking, those who were with us on Tuesday saw, or checked it since then, I put a silicone baby arm and a vinyl test limb. See, one silicone, all squishy. It's Echo 20, and this is a regular vinyl limb. It's from the Anna kit. They say you shouldn't put silicone and vinyl and let them touch. So I wanted to see what, it's the bearded one. My life mate is here. Aww. I love you, Robert. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. So I put them in this Ziploc bag on Tuesday, and so far there's no reaction on either. So we'll see. Obviously, if they touch in your crib for a minute or 2, NBD. We'll see how long it takes to turn it into mush. Maybe it's the paints. That'll be my next experiment if this doesn't work. So there's experiment number 1. Let me lay that down. I'm also going to show off the bearded one, and I have a new member to the family. Sorry, those of you on Facebook, you've already seen him, but this is our little Pip boy. I just finished him. You guys saw him when he was in pieces, but he's all done. I haven't rooted him or glossed like his lips yet, but other than that, he's done. He has a cute little umbilical cord. Look at his little stumpy. And I'm just going to show a little bit of his movement. He is EchoFlex 20, and he's very, very floppy and very realistic. And I'll hold this up. I don't know, I probably can't catch it, but he does have a heartbeat. So there's our precious little Pip. It's short for Pip Squeak. He is a soft body silicone, just like Squishy. They're my favorite. I have full body and soft body, but I love soft body. But he does have a nice silicone tummy plate, and it's anatomically correct. But because I don't want to be banned from YouTube, I will not show you his little boy parts. But this is Pip. Oh, Pip. He's so cute. Little Pipsqueak. The other thing that we are going to address is bodies. This is a Bountiful Baby Body, number 1458. It's full limb. It has the chest gathers and the little tuchus gathers and the strings. It's the less expensive one because you can get them with strings or zip ties. I buy them with strings and then put in my zip ties. Let me see. Nope, that's 3/4 arm. I'm going to compare limbs that are very... Here we go. So here's McPherson's comparable body. It has a gathered chest, which is slightly lower. Weird. And the little gathered tuchus. And side by side, you can see the difference. BB's is stiffer and darker fabric. Hopefully the lighting shows the difference in the color. It's just slightly different. BB's is soft, but it's not as soft as McPherson's. Theirs feels almost like chamois. So if I hold it up, this is the McPherson one. It's brand new. That's how it looks coming from them. And this is the BB one. You can kind of see it's stiffer. I love the fabric that McPherson's is made of. Like, to me, it's a cuddlier fabric. But I like the looks as far as the gathers of the BB one best. So depending on what you're looking for, if gathers and the way it's gathered is important to you, then BB is the one for you. And if the fabric and feel is important to you, then McPherson's is the one for you. Really, they're about the same price, especially when you consider what BB charges for shipping. And if you order a few bodies from McPherson's, then shipping is free, which I did. I got a whole box of them. Now, next thing I'm going to compare is the zip ties. And I know this is kind of technical for a lot of you, but you know, this is the technical portion of our program. So these ones here, I have both long and short from both McPherson's and BB, but I'm using one of each for this simply because so I can remember who's who. So this one, the long ones right now, are there any loose? They're all, okay, there's not. The McPherson ones are the long ones for today, and the BB ones are going to be the short ones. So we're going to have a look. Someone said the heads of the McPherson ones are smaller than the heads on the BB ones, and so they will slide into, hello Vanelli. They will slide into your bodies easier. However, that myth is now busted. They are the exact same. The length doesn't matter. I checked the long ones from BB also. They're the same. The heads are identical. They are identical zip ties. So wherever you want to get your zip ties from, you don't have to worry about that. Now, this goes back to bodies. the reason that the McPherson ones slide in easier is not the zip tie. It is the body. The spaces on the McPherson's bodies are quite a bit, like the hem, there it is. They're quite a bit wider than the zip tie. That's why the heads go in. Where the BB ones are so much more narrow. Let me see. See how narrow that is? So it is the body, not the zip tie, that is the difference. Let's see. I'm using the butt for one, so I'll use the butt for the other. Line these up, put them side by side so you can see. This is the BB one. The McPherson's is twice as wide. So that's why your zip ties slide in easier. It's your bodies. So if you want the head of your zip tie to slide into this area so that you can't feel it or see it, you want to use a McPherson body. Or you can kind of cut the BB body, however that weakens it. So, because I have tried forcing them into the BB bodies and it's really, really hard. And I heard the good old rumor, try McPherson's zip ties because they are, the heads are smaller. And as you just saw, that is not the case. So choose wisely, my friends. Again, it's personal preference, but that was just something I heard that I wanted to address. That was a liar. I'm going to do some stuff today. Okay, this one might be a little bit long, but I also got a box from McPherson's, 2 different boxes. One is babies and one is bodies. I got another little Tink in the studio. Isn't she just so cute? This Tink I will be making into an alt. She's going to be an alt baby. The reason that I got a second Tink, the other one is still on the rooting table, but the reason that I got a second Tink is the first Tink was a custom order, and her COA was 666. Customer wasn't real fond of that. Me, come on now. So I got another Tink kit. She'll get the COA from this one, which I better check, and there better not be 2666. And I will turn the 666 COA into, okay, we're safe. I will turn the 666 baby into an alt. She's going to be a little demon baby, so I thought that'd be really cute. And then another custom order for Levi. I actually have like 3 Levi's coming up, so y'all are going to get sick of, well, no. You can't get sick of that face, can you? Come on. He is one of the cutest. Okay, I'm checking the comments now. I did miss a bunch. I'm sorry, y'all. I totally was not ignoring you. When I look down, they just disappear too quickly. So, one box was my lovely bodies, and one box was kits. So that was fun. They were 2 different orders. The bodies were ordered first. The kits were ordered second. The bodies came in like 24 hours before, no, the kits came in like 24 hours before the bodies even shipped. So it was kind of funny. McPherson's was on it. Now, back to our split vinyl. Some people, you know, split the eye when they're cutting in an eye. I've heard people say that it split for some reason in the new wave. A lot of different things. I personally have never had that happen, so as I stated at the beginning, I used an X-Acto knife to make my cuts. I have heard a method to fix it is to use some E6000. Best sculpt ever. Hold on. Oh, they disappeared again. They are all cute. Do you collect Reborn? Do I collect them or just sell? I have a ginormous collection. I'm embarrassed to say. I don't know how many, because I have a rule that I don't count and then I don't feel bad for how many I have. Sorry, bearded one. Finn here, right behind my shoulder. He is my first one I ever made, and he is Robert's favorite. He's our son. And then I'm going to turn this just a little bit. On that crib is a whole bunch of them. And I have a nursery down here in South Carolina that is full of them. And I have a nursery in Pennsylvania that has some in them. And then I have a silicone collection too. So I got a few. Again, we don't count. In the Rowell house, we don't count. That shelf of heads, I have 2 completely full of heads, and that's the BB shelf, and except for the monkeys are McPherson's, but the other shelf is over there, and it's all limited edition and sold out, and they're mostly mine. Sorry. The bearded one puts up with his crazy wife. So, anyway, I have a lot. I make a lot. I make more. I only do custom orders, and I make more than I keep. But I never have time to paint the ones for me. The little Native American Levi, I named her Cosima. She's for my personal collection, and it's very rare that I finish one or get one painted for my personal collection. Pip is my personal collection also. Oh, anyway, yeah, it's hard. They're all so cute. And the other thing that happens, Phaedra, come lay down. The other thing that happens is that I do one for somebody. Like, I didn't like Tink. I didn't want to Tink. Not that I didn't like her. She wasn't. There are a couple sculpts that I don't care for. Tink was not one of them. It just, she wasn't one that I really needed to have. And I got an order for a custom Tink, the one that came with a 666 COA. And I just thought she was adorable. And then ended up having her now, which I may end up selling the Demon Baby, but probably not, because, sorry, bearded one. But anyway, I'll probably keep her just because that COA, in all of the babies that I have in my personal collection, I've never gotten that number. But anyway, back to our project, our science project for today. This is alcohol, as I've stated before in videos. I threw it somewhere. I sprayed it onto a Q-tip. We want to make sure, because this arm hasn't been prepped in typical prep fashion, and the stuff we're using, we just want to make sure those edges are clean so that we can try and repair them and see what happens. I've read a few times in the community, fix a split with E6000 and a piece of fabric. And if you do that, I'm only using gray so we can see it against the limb. You probably want to use flesh color. And the fabric that I'm using is just felt. So there may be thinner options, or maybe it's a good option. We shall see. So we're going to do E6000 and felt on one side. Yeah, if it's cracking, most likely there's too much matte varnish on it. It's too thick. That will cause cracking. If it's not Genesis, it's just poor kit prep or something like that. And unfortunately, there's not a really easy way to fix it. The baby kind of needs to be stripped and fixed up. The other product that we're going to use, I'm kind of excited about, y'all. I bought this kit on Amazon. It's Permatech. I have never used it. I opened it already just so I didn't have to fiddle with the knife on here, but I'm going to be unpacking it and showing everybody what it is as we go. But it's ultra vinyl and leather repair. Includes a heating tool, so things are going to get scary. It repairs tears, burns, holes, gashes, and gouges with easy to follow illustrated instructions and color matching chart included. Now really what this is for is like fixing vinyl seats in your car, or your couch, leather, if you have cats that have scratched on your leather couch like mine in Pennsylvania. Finally the dog laid down. So I forget, I think this was like $10, and I bought it just to test for today. Now McPherson's now has a product that is heat set vinyl repair, and I imagine it's something like this. I'm gonna buy it just to test it and see. Some people have said to use like silicone caulking. Again, silicone and vinyl, from what they say, do not mix. So I would be hesitant to use silicone caulking to get in to my crack. This is the handy dandy heating tool that comes with it, which is kind of cool. It's small. You probably could heat it in the New Wave, since if you're using Genesis you have one, but I'm gonna try this just cause I can't resist the chance to try and burn stuff. Negative point, this is how long its cord is. I'm like, really, who has a plug right there? So I went digging before the video because I try and be repaired, and as most of you know now, I live with a hoarder. And I found a brand new extension cord. Now, the really cool thing about this brand new extension cord is that it is an insane antique. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that crazy? That's kind of crazy. So, we could have a fire from our tool or from our extension cord. I just had to show that because I thought that was kind of funny. I'm going to plug it in. If you talk right now while I'm bending over, I'm not going to see it. Don't talk about me while I'm gone. I'm back. Did you miss me? So, I don't see an on and off switch with this little thingy. So I'm guessing it's like curling iron. Well, curling irons have an on and off switch, but I'm guessing it's just going to get hot. So I'm laying it on my little wood doll head holder thing. I'm going to lay it right there, just so if I have a chance to burn things. It comes with all of these colors to mix it with. I'm not gonna bother with that today. I don't think. We'll see. It comes with a color mixing chart. In this case, 2. I don't know if that was a mistake or if they did it on purpose. But the cool thing about it is there are like, this is a flesh tone. So it tells you which of these, how to mix up like a flesh color. I mean, it probably wouldn't be exact, but it'd be close enough, maybe. I don't know. That's for another day. We'll stay away from, we want to keep it away from our Mona Lisa, so I'm going to move that away because gravity is affecting me. Gravity. There. It comes with a tech repair and troubleshooting chart, which who needs that? It comes with instrucciones for repair in both English and Espanol, because it says de nada and it's got the little, so I think that's Spanish. Those are the only 2 languages. It comes with adhesive and filler tube, and I don't know where it's at, but it comes with like little patches to protect your vinyl. Since I don't know where they're at, my little patch is going to be a torn paper towel. Oh, and in the little paint thing, it has a spatula that's plastic. It looks like one of those things you put to mark your plants if you're planting a garden. So we'll use that for today. Probably normally I would just use, I have a whole thing of popsicle sticks of all different sizes. So the first thing that we're going to try is, and I read through these so I don't have to read them on camera, but even with the vinyl repair kit, it says to use a piece of fabric. So that's why I have 2. But we're going to start with the E6000 just because it is easier. See, I have all different popsicle sticks. I don't know which will be better for this, but what I'm going to do is blob some of my E6000. As you can see, this tube has been used a lot and squished. I use it for magnets. I do not use it for hair. I know some people like it for hair. I personally do not. It's too globby and I can't get it to smear on good. Before I stick that on, I'm just going to check comments quick. Sorry that I have to do that. YouTube is so dumb. Sometimes with their comments, YouTube, if you're spying on me, how about we fix it that the comments stay up? This is what I did. I globbed a good amount on there, and I'm going to put it in the arm. And I don't know how people do it, but I'm just going to guess. I'm going to open up his little slice a little bit and squish it in there. So the E6000 is in the crack. You can see it is coming out a little bit, and the fabric is now stuck inside the arm. And then I'm going to wipe it off a little bit with the popsicle stick. As I said before, I have been lucky. I have not had this happen, knock on wood. But in the group that I teach on Facebook, a few people have had the problem. Now, one thing I see already is even gluing the, like there, let me see if I can show what I'm trying to say. See, it's not fully together. Also, I'm not 100% sure how Genesis would react with the E6000. That's for another day. Right now, we're just talking about keeping it together. So that's one side. Obviously, it has to dry. Maybe I can use the heating tool on it. Grab a sip. Now, it said in the directions that you insert the cloth backing slightly larger than your damaged area, which is what we're doing. Use the spatula to insert it into and under the damage. I'm guessing this is their, then you use this and the spatula to fill the damaged area to surface level. So, let's see. How does it stick to the fabric if you're putting it behind it? Y'all, I get confused by some things. Brand new tube, as you can see. I haven't tried this before, so this, ooh, quick, grab that. So that happens. Beware, be prepared like a Boy Scout to have your stuff come out at you. Holy moly, I wasn't even squeezing the tube. So now I have it on my spatula. Thanks for the help. I'm gonna slide it in between here. A little bit on the outside. In the reviews, what it said was that this stuff kind of melds the plastic together, like it dissolves the seam. So if that is the case, I would think that this stuff would be a better repair than the other stuff, than the regular. Oh my goodness, for some reason my phone came on and it's using Binky or whatever her name to look. Stuff would be better repair the regular. Oh my goodness, my phone came on. That's what it's Google searching. So that'll be fun. Maybe this video is the only thing that will come up. But yeah, I saw pictures and everything, and supposedly it like almost like a weld. But I don't believe anything I see on the internet. Y'all don't even have to believe me. Try it out. And then it says to use the little patches, which I dropped, and to, whoo, even the handle on this thing's hot, and it smells very hot. And then you press the area, moving this thingy around constantly. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this without burning. And you do that for, I think it said 10 seconds. Like I said, I'm not sure. Maybe putting it in the new wave would do the same thing. That probably wasn't 10 seconds. But I'm cheating. Both of them will need to set overnight. Ooh, already. Okay, already I can show you just, this is the E6000 side. See how it's not actually together. And this is the vinyl side. I see what they mean, that it kind of, and I didn't hold this on there as long as it states to do it. So once it's dry in 24 hours, I will check it out and I will report back my findings on next week. But it does look like it welded, like melted my cut directly. Now, I think I probably shouldn't have done that, like I was smearing it. If I were more careful, you probably would not even see that seam. And I might need to lightly sand that. But there's a drastic difference between, and I put a glob in there, like it was oozing out. It just isn't holding right. I mean, it's closed, but you definitely can see it versus this side. So, obviously, until we have the final result, I won't know, like how it holds up and that kind of thing. And honestly, with this, if it goes this well, you wouldn't even need to color match, I wouldn't think. Because, I mean, especially if you haven't started your kit yet, like, that's going to be covered up with layers. It's interesting. Huh. But, I'm kind of impressed right now. Like, really. The streaky parts are where I rubbed it. Like, you can't really see where the cut was. So, yeah. I may have found something. One other thing I'm going to try, not on camera, is I have this Noah that belongs to a customer. She sent him away. Basically, it's Noah Stick, and had a very pale paint job, but pretty. And she sent it away for somebody to add color, and it came back looking like Uncle Fester. And I'm gonna fix it, but he his lip got chipped by a bunny. So I'm gonna try and use this stuff to sculpt him a new lip. Obviously I wasn't gonna jump into doing that until I see how the arm works out. But I'm like crazy impressed right now, y'all. This is my impressed face. Let's see. Covered that. I think that's all for today, unless anybody has any questions or comments. I guess not. Anybody got anything to say before I sign off? Oh, did you see? I'm like all Harry Pottered up today. I have my Deathly Hallows plugs on and my Deathly Hallows necklace. I should have wore those when I was working on Harry Potter. Although now that I'm looking, I think my Deathly Hallows are not straight. Well, anyway, I'll fix them later. I'm all gussied up for y'all. Any questions? Aw, I love you too, Bearded One. I miss you so much. I can't wait till you're here with me. And you can repair the vinyl for me. Got to put him to work somehow. It's not just his good looks. But anyway, everybody have a wonderful day. I'll report back next week on, yeah, he tuned in. His car wouldn't start this morning. He's a mailman, and it's freezing up there, and his car wouldn't start, so he had the day off, or took the day off, and he wanted to make sure he did not miss my live today. So that I have, you guys, the best man in the entire world, so you should be very jealous. Don't be jealous of my babies or anything else. Be jealous of the man that I married, because he is my life mate, my heart, and the best person I've ever known in my life. I love you, Bearded One. I will talk to you later, everybody. Ta-ta for now.